that we seem to manage this crowd just fine until we add Gary. We're gonna have to expand. So we're glad to have you both here. We have another program, Matt Perry, the owner of the Renegades. It's going to tell you a little bit about his plan for the Midwest. Welcome to the chamber. Susan Field.
Thanks, Gary. Are we ready to go after that?
Yep. We're ready. Oh. Yep, there you go.
Okay, well, welcome to Friday Coffee. It's wonderful to have all you guys here. We have some people joining us on Zoom, and so our little housekeeping rules encourage you to stay muted. If you have questions, you can put them in the chat. You can unmute yourself for introductions, and then if you have any questions at the end also. So let's go around and quickly do introductions around the room so we know who's here. Misha, do you want to start? Introduce yourself? Oh, hi.
Hi, my name is Misha, and my company's name is the Ladies of Taxes LLC. I reside upstairs on the second floor. I do small business as well as personal. All right, hope to see you soon.
I'm Suzanne Luther. I'm currently on the school board and running for the LLC.
Jan Shoemaker, I'm with the downtown board.
Michael Lowe, First Mid Bank and Trust, AVP Mortgage Loan Officer, recently elected president of Mid-Missouri Referral Alliance and Chamber Ambassador.
Josh Tattershaw, PFS Solutions.
Lori Helsher, Ameren, Missouri.
Jamie Meyer, Custom Promotional Branding.
Carrie Turgeon, Carrie's Hallmark Shop.
Dawn Swayze, Office of Administration by day, Downtown Association, and Jefferson City Room at the Inn by night.
Sharon Green, owner of the Scrub Shop. Kelly Crawford, owner of the Auto Shop, repair and maintenance for all your cars, family, safety, and cars. Emily Liebering with Liebering Excavating LLC.
Rudy B, District 59, State Rep.
Bob Gilbert, Barton West.
Mike Lester, City Council, Ward 2.
I'm Clyde Lear, I'm retired and old.
Ed Levy, owner at Levy Mechanical HVAC. Jay Moore, Cole County Auditor and Chamber Staff Alumni.
Joan Wilkes, Central Bank, I'm your current YP Professional Development Chair and next year's YP Secretary.
Deb Bushman, Holland Family Chiropractic, West Side Business Association, Vice President of Management and Chamber of Taxpayers.
Molly Ryan, I'm with the City of Jefferson.
Eric Landwehr, Cole County Public Works.
Brian Crane, City of Jefferson.
Diane Gillespie, Jefferson City Convention Business Bureau. Terry Bloss, National Modification Agreement, and Janet Ware, Low Assistant Public St. Mary's Hospital.
Jason Van Phelps, VFW Street. Dwayne Carty, Jefferson City Renegades.
I'm now the Business Reporter of the Tribune.
Christopher Scott with Farmers Insurance and Callaway County Commissioner.
Rick Lancaster, Counseling Services.
Vicki Culpepper, UCP Heartland, Gibson over Independence.
And Cole Harrison, Bill of Rights Institute, and next year YP Professional Development Co-Chair.
Lori Stoll, myself.
I'm Melinda Jennings with the Salvation Army.
Harry Otto, Western District Commissioner of Cole County.
Ron Fitzwater, Missouri Pharmacy Association, and Mayor Jefferson City.
Ashley Timmy with the Chamber.
Tia Walters with the Chamber.
Rob Goff with GFI Digital. Daniel Foley with GFI Digital.
Sherry Dr. I'm Sean Tuesday.
Angela Buckhall, Luigi Wittenberg LLC.
Jackie Coleman and Associates, and member of Chamber Board.
Frank Rice, scheduled speakers for Evening Rotary and the Unitarian Church.
I'm Isaac Neal. I'm with Bear Country Marketing. We help small businesses compete with authentic video.
Morning, Stephanie Lehman, CNS Employment Solutions.
Good morning, Stu Murphy, retired and Chamber Ambassador.
Good morning, Rochelle Weaver, Cumulus Media.
Bob Elmore, retired.
Alex Jones with Carrie Brigham Modeling and Design.
Christina Ammons with Worksite Innovations Insurance Group.
Beth Calgill, Liberty Family Medicine Chamber Ambassador and 2024 graduate of best class ever. I'm kind of disappointed. You didn't
I
say
know,
that.
I didn't even.
I don't know if I should stand or not. Cody Russell, I'm a realtor with Iron Gate Real Estate up here on High Street. A little bit newer guy, but if anybody you know looking to buy or sell and he's a great realtor, let me know, but happy to be here.
Matthew Brooks, Mid-Mode Tours.
I'm George Beach Hall, owner and director of Magnolia Dance Studio down on High Street, and new member, happy to be here.
That's the one.
I have your packet at my office, so.
I told you, we have volunteers that welcome our new members, and we did our packets.
Yeah, I almost grabbed it, but I was like, I'll just give her a call.
Or you can still give me a call, we can chat.
Good morning, Julie Allen, Full Board City Council.
Matt Perry, National Sports Services, we're part of the group buying the Renegades. Pretty impressive turnout you all have here. Great engagement from the community. I'll be one of your new neighbors upstairs on the second floor. So we're going to be officing upstairs now. So.
I'm gonna move it too, so I'll talk about that. Well, moving like across the hall. Where I am.
So she needs help.
Is there anybody online that wants to unmute yourself quickly and introduce themselves? We don't want to leave you out.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Sorry, Taylor. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm Darren Priest with Central Missouri Community Action. Sorry I couldn't be there in person.
Wow, what a crowd. Derek Thomas, 3rd Ward City Council.
Okay, we may have others, but we're going to move quickly. And I appreciate that. I know with a room this big, doing the introductions, it does take a little time, but I think it is so important for you to be able to see other chamber members and put a name with the face. So I'm glad that you guys humored me and did that. Actually, the PowerPoint went to sleep. All right, we do have some new members. We talked about the new members here. We're here for a new member welcome. You can see some of the names there. I won't go through those all individually, but we appreciate all of those new members and encourage them to get involved in events like this and other things in the chamber. So that is a list of our new members we've had since our last Friday coffee. Now, Carrie, come on up. I brought your prizes up here. They look yummy, beautiful. Oh yeah, we got someone who wants to make sure they get their name in there. We'll do that.
There was a lot of people, so sure it's for me and not the mayor. So I'm gonna drop 50 of these, so y'all can fight. It's just a card for a free bundlet. If you really want one afterwards, you can come see me. So, thank you all for having me. That is me, Carrie Bloss. Nothing but cakes. We are currently located in Columbia, and for those of you that know me, have known me for a while, we have the rights to Jeff City, and eventually we'll have a storefront down here. Carrie, that's what you always say. We are a franchise, so we have to do what they tell us, and they have not said that we can move yet. So just know that we are coming soon, but my membership in the chamber down here is important. I'm very involved in the Columbia Chamber, so I understand the commitment and just the camaraderie of a chamber. We also get involved with organizations down here. We partner a lot with Capital City Casa, Boys and Girls Club, Special Learning Center. We've done some fundraising with our friends at St. Mary's. We helped them raise money for the foundation and for United Way. Can you go to my first slide? Oh, it's okay. Just a couple things I was gonna go over. We have a lot of different things. So I brought 3 different door prizes because I can't just showcase like one thing. So what you guys had out there were called buntinis. Those are a little kind of like bite size. They come by the dozen, and somebody is going to win a decorated, we have little toppers, they're really cute for Thanksgiving in there, which is down in that bottom corner. We have buntlet towers, which are these little 3 ones. We do 1, 2, and 3. We have buntlets, which are those same ones as well. We do tiered bunk cakes. We have 8-inch and 10-inch cakes, and then like the individual 8 and 10-inch cakes. Those are great if you are going and doing customer calls, sales calls, go take a little something, realtor friend. My other job, I have another role, and I'm working on about 15 jobs, but we are in the Iron Gate building, so we have a special cake that has a topper of Home Sweet Home. So that's a great closing gift. But we have a lot of those great things, and those are always great to take to folks. Oh, there's one of those, one second. Okay. All right, so just a couple of things. Free butler coupons, so I pass those around. You guys are having events, stuff like that. We've got BOGO coupons, we're doing like a swag bag. And then better if you're a nonprofit, for-profit. We love to put those coupons in because it gets people in the store, gets people to come out, that kind of thing. Community involvement, like I mentioned, some of the organizations we partner with. If you have a business and you have a big enough business, you think that we can come and do a pop-up and sell to your community, we can do that. Or like we did with St. Mary's, they do a fundraiser. Maybe your business has a specific charity or philanthropy that you want to raise money for. We're happy to talk to you about coming in and raising money for that. Business-to-business marketing and partnerships. You know, I'm always happy to sit down and talk about different things that we can do. Done some work with Red Slipper Warrior Project as well. We talk about some different things. What have you been inside of our store in Columbia? All right, handful of you guys. Perfect. We have retail in there, and decorations, balloons, cards, that kind of thing. So if you need a last minute gift cake, you can kind of grab it all in one. You can order online for pickup and delivery. Did JC Holiday Mart last night, and people were like, how much notice do you need? Well, if you want to wait a little bit, you know, like this little turkey cake down front, you can come in and order it. It's just gonna take maybe 20, 30 minutes for them to put it all together. Order the day before, the morning of, and you swing by and get it. So it's pretty quick. Customizable cakes, as far as like all the deco that we have, you go online and look at that. We don't change our frosting color, things like that. We can give you a cake without frosting if you want to do your own thing. And then we have, like I said, fundraising opportunities. If you are part of an organization, if your kids in a sport, or they're raising money to go to Europe for band or something like that, we have fundraising things that they can go and pre-sell the cake, and they come and pick it up and take it and go distribute that, or like I said, come into your organization and do a pop-up fundraiser sale. That is the quick and dirty.
We do have a few more coupons up here. They made it all the way around, believe it or not. So if you didn't get one, if you want to go ahead and give away your
yeah, we've got 3 door prizes. All right, so the first person is gonna just pick which one they want, right?
And if you want to take a photo all together?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So come, if you win, come on up, because I'm gonna get it.
The first person gets to pick what they want first, and that first person is Frank Riker, right? Good,
Frank, come on up. All right.
I'm actually gonna open this so you can see that it's, we'll show off this to everybody. So sorry for this, but these are the buntinis with this, oh, goodness gracious. It's got a little crazy in transit apparently. Drive fast. But there's 2 little toppers, they got these little. We've got this, we've got this giant cake, and we've got this 3, which one would you like?
I'll take all 3.
Oh! Which one would you like? All right, go ahead, grab that. Next one is gonna be Tamisha. Look at that, okay, put that in there. Go for it, there you go.
I'll take your photo over here.
And then Michael Love.
If you get over here a little bit, so we don't get you. All right. We just have to work with our.
Take it in, down the line. Stand front and top.
Move that way a little bit, Michael.
Oh,
Frank.
You gotta get out of the
A little bit more. This is a good problem to have. Good, all right. Now you have another.
I have a bonus, it's not a door prize, it's a bonus if you'd like to be the star of your business or home. 6 people afterwards, first 6 people, this might be a fight, they give me a business card, can pick up a dozen buntinis on their way out. And then I know we have 3 speakers this morning, and each of those 3 speakers will have buntinis to take back with them to their officers.
So she left 9 dozen here for, right?
Yeah, so there's 6 and then our 3 speakers.
So, okay. Thank you. All right, thank you for being a sponsor, and Cumulus is our other partner sponsor. I know Rochelle is here, what's here? Okay, she just looked out. If you choose to sponsor a Friday Coffee, not only do you get to do the announcement and we do the promotion, but you also get to work with Cumulus and they put some commercial ads together for you, and we appreciate Cumulus for being our sponsor. Quick announcements for the chamber. We had a wonderful business summit. I appreciate everybody that was involved. We call it our business summit and award ceremony. We had a fun theme this year. It was MVP, Most Valuable Professionals for Business, and Rusty Drewing was our speaker. We had great sponsors, and our volunteer committee, awesome. You can see we have Tricia and Kevin there in the lower left within their referee shirt with the theme. Also, most importantly, we had our awards, and our 3 award winners, Plain Poor Bakery, Trish and Derek Baker, and then Phil Stiles, the exceptional employee with JC Parks. And then the Pitch It to Win It, the startup, the $5,000, that was Susan Elliott with the Crazy Crepe. And we appreciate all the participation and those awards. It's really a way for the chamber to celebrate business. So wanted to share that. Another networking event that we have coming up next week is our Chamber Connections. It's from 4 to 5:30. And it's normally at a chamber member restaurant or bar, and they have a business host. But they flipped it. US Rented, if you have not been there to see their remodeled showroom, over a year ago, they had a fire, and so they totally remodeled and did their showroom. So Canterbury Hill Winery is normally the host at this time of year, and they switched. So the food and beverage will be at Canterbury, but it will be at US Rented, and that's on Industrial. So that's from 4 to 5 next week. So bring your business cards and network there. Ashley, you want to make an announcement?
Yeah, we still have tickets for the 46th annual Fur Breakfast. This is a kickoff for the holiday season for a lot of people. Tickets are going fast. It is presented by Legends Bank. The Garrett Hawkins with Missouri Farm Bureau will be our keynote speaker, so make sure that they're $25. Make sure you don't wait till last minute because they will sell out. We sell out every year.
Yeah, another opportunity for you to network and meet other chamber members, get contacts is what we call Speed Leads. It's on every other month. It is December 9th. It's at Mel's. You come, bring business cards, exchange business cards, and then you get to stand up. We draw your name, number, and you give your pitch real quick. So it's a great way for you to meet other members. Great for new members to attend Speed Leads. And we got an announcement from the Salvation Army. You might have noticed, Melinda, I'll let you do this. You might have seen our Christmas tree, thanks to the ladies in our office. We kicked off Christmas already for a very, very important reason. So Melinda?
So the Salvation Army has launched our Red Hill campaign for 2025. Our goal here for right here in Jefferson City to meet the needs is $410,000. How that is raised is through a white mail solicitation and also through our red kettles that you'll see at different locations around town, maybe on counter kettles and businesses or outside of businesses where people ring the bells. The money that goes into those kettles stays here locally, so 87 cents of every dollar goes to a direct service, feeding, clothing, sheltering someone. So we also have angel trees that have angel tree tags. You'll see one out here at the chamber where people can take the tag, shop for someone, and then bring the gift back to that business location and leave it, and that will go in our toy shop so that parents on the register to have help with Christmas can come in and receive help for that. Let's see the other.
The ring register?
Oh, yes. So we are doing an incentive this year. So last year, previously in Jefferson City, our bell ringing was only 17% volunteer, and we really need to see that raised significantly to make those dollars that go into that pail really do the work that they need to do. And so we are urgently asking people to sign up on Register to Ring. You can scan the codes that are here.
And have supplies out there.
And we are incentivizing it, so anybody that does 2 hours of bell ringing during the season can be entered to win a 3-carat amethyst ring donated by Shiny Gold and Silver. So it's a great time to make memories with your kids, to instill those values of helping others. It's a great thing to do camaraderie at the office. So I encourage you to sign up with your business. If you don't want to do it online, I can help you with that too. But $410,000 is a pretty lofty goal, but I know that Jefferson City is very generous and I think we can do it. Thank you.
And I'm on the Salvation Army board, and what I can say from what I've done is I've asked businesses to participate. Maybe you've never been asked to have an angel tree, or to have a counter kettle, or to get your team together to ring together. And some people just ask them. So if you have an interest in doing that at your organization, or maybe your volunteer group, let us know. Because everyone I've asked has said yes, and they want to help, and it's one way that you can help.
We really are revitalizing our business partnerships, and so we appreciate the ones that we've had in the past, but it just really takes a lot. And so, if we have asked you, thank you for considering, and if we haven't asked you yet, it's not because we don't want to, come and see us.
Yeah, good. Okay, Gary has an announcement.
Yeah, I just want to invite everybody to look at this opportunity to join the chamber and classic travel on a trip to Ireland about a year from now. It's a great value, 7-day trip, including transportation to and from the airport at St. Louis, where we take off. So if you want.
We've got a really rich program this morning. We're going to kick it off with just what's going on. Thank you for being here, Gary. Thanks for the invite. Thanks for I made a few notes, and I have to confess, I used the auto pen to do it. But when the pen was working, and it wasn't staffers that used it. I want to give you some nuggets of information about the county. One of the big questions we're getting these days deals with the senior citizens tax credit relief thing. Folks are saying, well, I'll get my tax bill here later this month, maybe next month, and I'll see how much it saved me. It will not have saved you anything. We are establishing a base year right now. 25 is the base year. 26 is not a reassessment year. So in 27, when reassessment comes, you seniors who have lined up for this credit, this freeze, will recognize some benefit, but not till 27. So there's going to be some disappointment there because it's misadvertised. We're in our budget cycle right now. We're trying to get our budget going. We're looking at a $64 million revenue of next year and expenditures actually of about $94 million. Oh my goodness, we're going to spend $30 million more. But we've got some pent-up demands, and the money has been saved back for $14 million for a juvenile facility. It's the 5th and final year of the capital improvements sales tax cycle. And usually that 5th year, the last year, is really the big spending year because you got to try to clean out that account before we get into the next cycle. And by the way, the next cycle, we're probably going to go to the voters in April of next year and say, let's do it again. You've done this 8 times at 5 years a shot. So for 40 years, you said yes, almost 80-20% majority. And we're going to say, let's do 10 years. That's the plan right now. Instead of doing it a 5-year extension, we would do a 10-year extension. It allows Eric Landwehr, our Public Works Director, to plan some bigger projects if he knows he's got a 10-year cycle to take care of those larger projects. We're kind of a sales tax county. We're living off of sales tax in our capital improvements half-cent. The sheriff gets 3/8 of a tax revenue. It used to be a half-cent, dropped back to 3/8 after the building was paid for over there. And our ambulance, EMS, has a half-cent. So those, our sales taxes is not doing great. We projected a 2% increase in this year's budget. The city, I think, is better because after 11 months, we've got 11 months in the current year, we have increased, but less than 1%. We budgeted a 2% increase. So
we're hurting there, so that's hurting the sheriff's operation. Perhaps a little bit to public works, not as much came in as what we expected, and then with the EMS, and our ambulances right now are costing $300,000 a piece, and we got 2 in the budget for next year. So look for the sheriff to be crying and moaning and groaning because of the sales tax is not keeping up with what he's hoping it should be. We have 380 people at the county, employed at the county, and our auditor looked back to 2016 and we had 310 then. So my goodness, we've grown by 70 employees in about 9 years. That's really scary. Not so much when you think about where those employees have been put. The sheriff has 19 of those 70. EMS has 27 of those 70. Juvenile's got 4 of them. So I think out of the 70 more additional employees we've added over these 9 years, 61 or 62 of them are in the public safety area. So I don't think we can be criticized for taking care of public safety with those additional employees. Anywhere else is maybe 1 here, 1 there, that kind of thing. Actually 1 for senior citizens tax credit. We had to have a person to kind of take care of that. Our health insurance cost is up. Our workers' comp insurance cost is way up. Maybe 74% to 104% increase. We're looking at a couple of proposals right now. We're looking at a 2% COLA or CPI for our employees. The elected officials in the salary commission meeting earlier, maybe last month, voted a 5% increase for elected officials, but I want to be on record that the 2 elected officials here today voted no on that, and we were defeated 7-5. But both Jay and I said, no, we don't want to increase the salaries of elected officials. And it's a little strange that elected officials can vote their own increase, but they can under the statute. What else I want to say? Oh, you know, there's a misconception about who's over there in the courthouse, by the way. Must be full of county employees. No, it's not. It's full of state employees. There are 6 judges over there that are really state judges. There's a circuit clerk over there that is a state employee. So those 7, excuse me, we have to furnish bailiffs for each of those sheriffs, and the bailiff is on our dime. And pretrial, those folks, 4 pretrial people, they belong to us. The public administrator is over there, he belongs to the county, and so does these 3 other employees. But that building is really packed with state employees over there. And, we do have to furnish that building. One of these days we got to improve the HVAC of that building. One of these days we got to take down the old sheriff's house in the back and the jail in the back. Some people argue we shouldn't take down a historic jail, but the only thing we can find about it historic is Johnny Paycheck spent the night there after misbehaving. I don't know, at the fair or somewhere else. But other than Johnny Paycheck's, you know, you can take this job and shove it, guy. He's the fellow there. I was hoping to report that the clock was working in the tower of the courthouse, but as I came over, it was working, but it was working slow. One of my goals was to get that thing working, but that thing is a 1921 circa. It's related to a sister clock down in Stoddard County, and I tracked down that clock master down there, and he came up, and we got it working for a while, but it just doesn't want to stay up in tune all the time. There's a possibility one of these days we'll come to the voters and say, let's double the size of our jail. In a perfect population of prisoners, we can put 180 belly buttons in there, but that takes the right mix of females, males, non-suicidal, suicidal, behavioral problems and issues. And so you can never really be at max and probably ever, which means we have to, and when we have excess, we go to Montauk, maybe Callaway, Morgan, Osage, and let them house our prisoners, not let them, we pay them. And that bill this year is gonna be over $500,000. So we're paying about $62 a day to ship an inmate over to those other jails. And it's not only the cost of that, but just the cost of 2 deputies making that trip and bringing them back for appearances at the courthouse and so on. We've got to address that one of these days. And when that building was built, it was built with an area below the current jail. You could basically double and put that next pie-shaped operation down there and maybe have 8 pieces of the pie with those different bad guys, super bad guys, not so bad guys, girls and whatever, and give us more flexibility. But it would take a vote of the people to say, let's do that and let's issue bonds and enact sales tax to pay for it. I tried to stay under the 10 minutes, and I have, and I don't know if we say with questions for later or.
We can take a couple of questions right now.
Okay.
It's on the person's mind. Any questions for Commissioner?
So are you concerned about attempting a 10-year extension with how close the vote was for the sales tax?
Capital improvements? Are we concerned about the 10-year? I don't think so. I mean, the last time, actually the city beat us a little bit. We did about a 79-21, said, yes, let's do it for 5 more years. I think you edged us out 80-20. We usually go in April for that vote, and the city follows in August the same year. They're on the same cycle, but they're just behind us a little bit. So I know we visited with the city about what their plans are. I'm not sure what they're going to do, but they've got to issue, or they're going to face the same issue next year as we will, because there's all this go away, and do you want a new one to replace it? And if you do, you want to repeat the 9th time for 5, or want to this time roll the dice for 10.
Another question?
Yes.
You had mentioned that the budget had projected a 2% increase in sales tax revenue, but falling short of that. Do we know what's attributed to that, or what's happening?
Well, I didn't give you the good news side of that, which is our use tax. Thank you for shopping at Amazon, actually, because the use tax, which is collected when your internet purchases, it is up about $400,000, which really kind of offsets those sales taxes. The argument that Eric and Wheeler would come to me with is saying, okay, general revenue, you're up because of use tax. Our 3 funds are down because the sales tax going the other way. How about some of that coming over there? So those are discussions that we will have. But I'm not sure, Jay, I don't know if you're building anything in the sales tax for the next year?
No, I mean, we've assumed flat. We looked at the October 1 of 24 through September 30 of 25, and that actually was down about 1% from budget-wise, but we've assumed flat going forward. The sales tax in Jefferson City, Cole County, more or less mirrors that of the state. The state, for their next year's budget, they're looking at basically being relatively flat. And hopefully we'll be wrong, it will pick up, but from a conservative nature, flat is, 0 growth is probably the best we can hope for right now.
So is that just attributed to more online shopping, so we don't have any brick and mortar sales, but we're offsetting it because we have the use tax?
I think is some things I've read too, is just overall inflation, healthcare costs, just the concerns in the economy right now.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hopefully Christmas season will be, a big boom.
This year, the first 5 months of this year, the sales tax was down compared to the first 5 months. Every month it was down. Since then, through November, and November numbers are in, it's been up. So that's sort of a good trend. We took a hit for 5 months, and now we're a little bit above, and the net is 0.9%. Just a little bit under 1% increase. But we're headed in the right direction, though.
Harry, we're gonna have to move on. Thank you very much for being here this morning. Commissioner, do not feel too bad about us, the clock's not working. Our clock, as you can see, is not working since the change of daylight savings time. The problem is, you stole Jay away from us. That was his job. So Jay, if you This next person is a familiar face at Friday Coffee. We're glad to have Mayor Fitzwater with us again. He's been in that office for 3 years, following, I think, 6 years on the city council. And so we always get some great information from Ron. Thanks for being here. Let's welcome the mayor.
Thank you very much. It is a privilege. I know that probably Beth's getting taken in the back because he had his time. I think Molly's got the over, so a hint, that's probably a safe bet, but I'll try to keep in my time slot as well. I left our city logo up there for a couple of minutes. I thank Molly Bryan and our team there. I'm really proud of our rebranding process and kind of helping to bring the city into the new era and a new feel and new look, so we're really excited about that. You should be seeing that all over town. I think we're starting to get some branded products, and I just thank our team at City Hall. I'm going to try to take you on a quick tour of the city, probably not as good a tour as Matt would give you, so you may want to get out and see it for real, but just kind of a few of the projects. There's a lot going on, and I think someone, we were in a meeting, pointed out the boldly promote economic vitality, and I think our council and our city has certainly done that. Before I get started, I just want to thank a number of people in this room, I think for the reference to the lodging tax extension last week. It was a little bit more difficult process than what we had intended, but the good people of this city stepped up and said, wait a minute, this is our town, and we're not going to let naysayers and people that aren't looking out for the future of the city win this vote. I mean, it's a close vote, a lot closer than we were hoping for, but people in this room, in the chamber, JC Rep, Diane and CVB, and many others stepped up and said, you know, we're going to get people out. It's historically a low turnout, and we're going to get people out, and we're going to take this. So I thank everybody that was involved in that. I know Jan wrote a very nice letter to the editor. The Mayor Carrie Turgeon wrote two that I saw, but some really nice positive comments. And all those things started to bring people that probably would have said, this will pass easy, I'm not going to go vote single issue. So for everybody that was involved in getting people out to vote, thank you. I really think last Tuesday was a watershed moment in our community. I mean, we're seeing a positive energy, and we've got to keep that going. I gave Renee Dinkle a hard time yesterday. I said, you're my biggest cheerleader. You got to be there tomorrow. And she's doing something with her daughter down at Missouri State where she should be. But many people in this community have stepped up, and we've got to keep that positive message because there are so many exciting things going on, this being one of them. And I made a comment last week as I was being interviewed in regard to the lodging tax, talking about the conference center, what's it going to be. Of course, there's a lot of questions. And I said, our group, and we have tried to keep focused. We meet on a very regular basis. We've tried to keep focused, but we are working and we're standing on the shoulders of people that have done a lot of heavy lifting in the past to get us to this point. I think we've got the right location, the right time, the right project, and we're bringing it close. And Gary, thanks for all your work to get it. I know you took a lot of arrows, and we appreciate it, but I mean, I think that work that was done in the past, over the past several decades, is helping us move this project forward. There's a lot of excitement. So these are just some of the renderings. You probably saw them. Most of them, or all of them, I think, are on the website. So you have access to everything that the council has seen so far as the project, the financing, where's the money going to. So I would encourage you to go to the city website if you'd like additional information. Top side is kind of looking back toward the Capitol, and that's the exciting thing. I mean, we're right across the street from the governor's mansion. I mean, it's right in the heart of our city. We think we're gonna help the businesses, the restaurants, the shops, the bars in that area. This is just a quick look at what the artists or the developers renderings of the inside. The bottom right is the kind of the check-in area, the lobby. Bottom left is the conference facility up on the large ballroom up on the second floor, and then just a little bit in the hallways. Second issue, parking garage. Not as fun to talk about, but we can't get the project I just showed you off the ground until we get our parking garage taken down. We have spent a lot of time working on that garage. It just got to the point where it's got to come down. We have been working, we've had studies in the past. I think 3 years ago, we had a very detailed study that said, you guys better start preparing for eliminating this garage or putting $15 million into it to rehab it. It's old structure, it's got a lot of problems. So we have been working, council's been working, and we are slowly getting through that process to bring the garage down. I know we had some requests to try to keep it up through the holiday season. I think we've honored that request, and I don't see it coming down prior to the first of the year, but it's gonna be fairly soon. The garage will actually be closed on December 1st, but they were reporting at Public Works yesterday, we will keep access to the garage. We're gonna move all the contract parkers out of there. We've got a system with the company that we hired, but we are gonna leave some parking available in the safe areas of the garage for downtown shoppers and people that will be in our community through the holiday season. I mean, we've got living windows coming out and just a lot of things going on, so we wanna make sure that we are good stewards the best we can to keep people safe. But there are a couple areas of the garage that are safe, but you will start seeing that coming down. More exciting thing, East Capitol Avenue, and see Representative Veet here. I usually start my discussion at the Capitol because there's potentially some very exciting things that can take place in that Capitol Commission, and Representative Veet is the chair of that group. And I mean, that kind of starts our process down East Capitol. Of course, in the 200 block is where the conference center will be in that complex. And then this kind of moves us down to the 400 block. Top pictures, the old funeral home. Missouri Association of Counties has purchased that. They have an exciting renovation that is underway. You'll see it fenced off. I think they have one more vote they need from council, but that is going to be an exciting project, about a $5 million investment in the funeral home. The other two pictures are the two houses just to the west of that. Shane Campier owns those. The middle picture is an office building, or it's converted into an office, and it is done and finished. The bottom is what will be a world-class restaurant. I think the projection is for that to open in May of next year. It has spurred other activity in the area. Of course, Ivy Terrace is kind of kitty corner across the street from the funeral home, but the Missouri Chamber of Commerce announced they're going to invest $4 to $5 million in their building. They're going to upgrade and kind of, keep up with the community. And we've got Holly Stitt has done some work, and DJ Drury has got some work on Marshall. He's also building on the corner of Capitol. So there are a lot of activities going on Capitol Avenue, and it's going to be an exciting corridor leading down to the prison. And we are very aggressively working, and I compliment our city administrator, Brian Crane, and his team coming up with the River Market concept. It'll be on the backside of the property that the state conveyed to the city. It'll be across the street from the new health lab complex that the state is putting in. We are in the process of working with the county and with the state on rebuilding Chestnut Street, which will lead back into the River Market complex. It's built for growth. You'll see at the bottom, we've designed areas for food trucks. I mean, it can be a lot of things. It's not just a market. It can be places for events. I could see maybe in the future the Christmas tree coming down there and doing some really exciting community events in that area. But the River Market is progressing very quickly, and if you drive down Capitol, wouldn't advise you go down too far on Chestnut because it is a construction site, but you can see the progress that's going on the River Market complex. And it's gonna be an exciting opportunity. We've got discussions going on with some other things that could possibly kind of surround that market and cover that hillside. So next 6 months, there could be some really exciting projects, and we're living up to the commitment we made to the state, which is we would make that an active, vibrant area. On the right side, we've talked in the past, I mean, we are laser focused on the housing issue and trying to bring housing to this community. And again, I know council has been very active. Councilman Lester has been a loud voice in the housing issue, and we understand we need everything from workforce, 1 bedroom, all the way to nicer homes, and I think we're getting a mix of them all across the city. And this is just kind of a sample of some that are going on. Savannah Place is up on the north side, so kind of up the Rainbow Drive area, bumps up to the county line, so it is in the city, but it's kind of in that northern part of the city, and that's 116 units. Wildwood Estates they're clearing the property now. It's the extension of Wildwood, and we extended it with the help of the county. It's a joint city-county project. I think the asphalt is down, so I mean, we're getting close to that being opened, and Eric is here. Eric Landwehr from the county has been kind of the driving force in working with the city and making sure that project stays on time. But the exciting thing, John Farr is developing a project, the Wildwood Estates up on top of that hill, and you'll see that hillside pretty well cleaned off if you drive on Edgewood. And you know, he's getting ready to start construction of homes up there. In final build out, he's anticipating 134. We've got 40 units of low-income housing tax credit project from Stronghold Landing. That is under construction out on the west side, and I don't know what their opening date is, but they are starting to put the walls up on that project. There's another 10 units right across the street, not related to that, but additional housing units. Walnut Hills is a project that is out kind of on the south side, out near the fairgrounds. McBride Homes come in, and they're looking at 230 units at final build out, a 100-acre piece of property that will kind of blend into Covington Gardens. And again, the Wildwood extension goes up to a roundabout at Rockbridge, so it opens up that corridor to get people multiple ways to get in and out of that new project. And then we've got 56 units, Cherry Creek Apartments. And again, I think someone referenced our incentive program, and that has enabled us to put a number of new projects on the drawing board and get them to the point of beginning to get shovels in the ground. Talk real quick, and I'm probably already out of time, and I apologize, but we just completed our budget. Harry talked about the county, we just completed our budget. I thank our council members. It's one of those challenging things that every organization goes through. There are so many good projects that we would like to do, but you have to allocate the dollars the best we can. Priorities are police, fire, our infrastructure, and we were lucky, and you know, again, I thank our staff and credit our staff. We put an additional $1 million in the budget for the 3rd year in a row to do infrastructure, paving roads, fixing roads, taking care of what we have. It's exciting to talk about building, but you also have to take care, and we understand, we have to take care of what we have. Costs have gone up unbelievable, so that $1 million won't go as far. It'll go about a third of the way that it would have 5 years ago, kind of in the just recent post-COVID era. But we are trying to listen to the community, and we're going to have some discussions with the county. If we can both get our sales tax extended for 10 years, that gives us the ability to do some pretty cool things in the next tax cycle. But we're spending a lot of time, and again, the county, Eric, and you know, all 3 commissioners have been very supportive of projects in the city. So our budgeting process, we've got a new air traffic control tower to replace the one that was built in the mid-70s. It was a temporary tower. It's about 50 years old now. So thanks to former Congressman Blaine Luetkemeyer and his abilities, we cobbled together enough money to meet most of it other than the local match, and we put that in. So if you go out to the airport, you'll see it beginning to rise out of the ground. And then I would compliment our parks. We've got an amazing park system, and Stu has been a very active member of that commission. I think you guys met the other night. I'm sorry I didn't get in there, but there's a lot of things going on. I mean, they opened their first inclusive park, or the beginnings of one, out on the west side. I think they're discussing options to be able to do some additional so that we can make our parks active and open to everybody in our community. But I hope you're using the park system in our greenway. We have got an amazing park system, and they too are not only focused on building and expanding, but there's a lot of renovation projects going on, taking care of what they have and pushing it forward to future generations. So I compliment them on the work they've done. We just turned 200. Some areas of town we look 200. Some areas we don't, but we had a great celebration. We kicked it off on July 3rd with a free concert at the amphitheater. We did obviously some things on July 4th kind of leading up, and then there's been celebrations throughout the community leading up to our birthday bash on October 16th. And again, I compliment Molly and her team for putting together an amazing event and events, and there were a lot of community volunteers that helped. A lot of organizations said, we want to be a part of it. Council was very generous. We put $100,000 into the budget last year to help us kind of fund the activities for the bicentennial. Our last gift to the community, and hopefully you can see it, it's in the bottom right. And if you've gone by Underground Pizza at 202 East High Street, there's a mural in the process of kind of popping out of the walls there. We had a team. We took it out to bid. Bids come back. Molly put a group together. I'm not even sure who was on the group, but they went through, narrowed it down, and then come up with a final selection. I think it is amazing. I hope the community likes it. I was telling, I think Diane yesterday at a meeting that Molly or someone posted, City of Jefferson, there were 200 plus comments last time I looked at it. One negative comment, which is unusual for social media. So I think the community likes it. I hope you like it. I hope you watch it. I just happened to be walking by last week, and the artist was painting on one of those days that wasn't 20 degrees. And I talked to him just very briefly, and I said, I don't know how you stare at just this little piece and you got this entire wall, but he's an amazing person. The owner of Underground Pizza came out, and I said, we appreciate you working with us. And he said, oh, we're so excited. So it was a team effort. It's our gift to the community. I hope the community likes it. I hope some of you folks will be here when we celebrate the 250th. I don't know that I'll see the 250th, but I hope they look back in 50 years and say, wow, that was a nice gift that folks back in 2025 gave to the city. And I hope it becomes a place where people will take pictures, gather, and just enjoy some of the history of Jefferson City. So that one's about to pop out. Oh, my granddaughter snuck in there. We went to the birthday bash. So. Last two, I talked about the Wildwood extension, so I'm not going to go into that. I talked about Chestnut Street, so I'm going to talk about that again. Other than the partnership we have with the county, we could not do some of the projects we do if it wasn't for our partnership and the partnership with the state of Missouri. I mean, they've got so much going on in our city. If you drive out the boulevard, you see things taking place out on their projects. They've cleaned up a lot of buildings around town. They've got a lot more. I think 08 said they had 160 some projects, is that right, that they're working on it in some fashion. Not all in Jefferson City, but across the state, but many of them are in our community. So we can't survive as a city if we don't have people working with us. And again, Gary, thanks for what the chamber does for this community, the business community. We're trying to hit that bold statement. We're trying to do exciting things. We're pushing the envelope a little bit, and it really helps when good people stand up and say, we support you, we trust you, we're going to work with you. We want people to poke and ask questions. That's not the intent, but at the end of the day, if council makes a decision to move forward, it's been with a lot of thought. It's nice when the community rallies around and said, this is something exciting, this is something we can support, so I hope you are enjoying what's going on, and Matt, I probably burned past my time.
How long will it take for the mural to be completed? You know how long it's supposed to go for?
He was hoping to be done by the end of October, which we obviously passed. He has a little bit of a health issue that he's fighting, but he's up there, he's got a back. And then we got that rain kind of right before. So I don't have an answer. Molly may have some kind of an answer.
Yeah, by Thanksgiving, he's, luckily his parents live here, so he's got free lodging, and he's hanging out at mom's house, but by Thanksgiving, he's taking his time.
We're gonna have to probably not take any more. Yeah, I apologize for that, but Mayor, thank you very much for that update. It's always exciting to hear what you're working on. Congratulations to Molly, Brian, and she got a lot of support from Diana and the folks at the Convention Bureau with the anniversary celebration and all the special activities. We really appreciate the efforts going into that. This next gentleman called me one day and said, Gary, this is Matt Perry. I'm the new owner of the Renegades. And I want to stop by and talk to you. I heard that you might have some office space available. And it worked out very good. We're going to be moving Matt and his organization in around the first of the year. But he's got an exciting story to talk about on the league and that impacts our local community. I think he's got one of the legacy founders of the Renegades here with us this morning that he wants to thank. Matt, we're limited to about 3 or 4 minutes, but we did pass around a.
That's okay, I saw him going like this, you know.
We did pass around a copy of the news release, which goes into a lot of detail about the plans. Very excited, man. So please tell us about it.
Thanks, Gary. Thanks for the opportunity to come before all y'all. This is great. Again, what you guys do to gather everybody. He didn't even know he's doing this, but he created this great baseball theme. He had grand slam things going on in the city and the county. Sacrifices are going to have to be made in the budget, and punt cake. So, I'm part of a group that's forming the Diamond Baseball League. Some of this is covered in the release, and thanks, Gary, for sending these around the room. We're longtime minor league sports executives. I've been at this for about 40 years. I'm based out of Lawrence, Kansas. We've been involved in over 50 different sports teams over the U.S. It's really fun for me to do something that's in the Midwest. I don't have to go to Kansas City, get on a plane and fly. I can drive. One of our partners is a former Major League Baseball executive with the Giants and the Diamondbacks. He's worked in the Major League Commissioner's office. And so this is what we do for a living. And so we set about to create this 16 league, Diamond Baseball League. We'll have teams in Hastings, Grand Island, Fremont, Nebraska, Sedalia, which we just closed on, Jeff City, and then Salina, Kansas. And then we'll grow the league within that footprint. We're setting out to create one of the premier summer collegiate baseball franchises in America. We think we have a great opportunity to do that. Our background is minor league baseball. So, you know, I say this, but we were talking earlier about, we're about entertainment. And there just happens to be a baseball game going on in the background. So we want to create a fun, exciting environment with promotions, on-field entertainment, and really piggyback off the things that the not-for-profit organization has created with the Renegades in this community. We want to expand the boundaries of marketing the team in the region. You know, and here's a stark difference. Dwayne, stand up. I'm going to make you stand up. So, look, many of you know Dwayne, but he and that organization have volunteered their time for years creating the opportunity for the Renegades to be here. So yeah, I commend them. Everything they've done fantastic. And they're helping us with the transition. They're gonna stay involved in some capacity to help us grow this thing. But we're coming at it as a for-profit, which means that we're gonna be able to bring resources of full-time staffing and do some other things with marketing, and we're going to invest in the facility and expanding concessions and creating a new group and picnic area, probably having a ticket booth as you enter the ballpark. So we're gonna bring capital too to improve the physical plant of the facility. So I'll just kind of wrap things up, you know, if you have any questions, but we can't be more excited about coming here with the team. We're gonna own all the teams to make sure they're set up properly, that they're properly capitalized. But we want to be ingrained in what's going on in the community. We want to continue to be a phenomenal asset, and we want to do things like the Salvation Army. You're trying to get ringers. Well, you know, we want to talk to you about how can we incent people to become ringers? Can we do something with tickets and those kinds of things? So any opportunity we have to further engage in the community, we want to do it. So thanks for the opportunity to, you know.
Volunteers who built a real legacy. Thank you for everything you've done. Let's do some.
Yeah, Ashley, do you want to advance? I think in essence of time, we're not going to do member announcements, but I would like to go one more slide, just because our meeting next month will be off-site. It's going to be at the police station in their training room, because the topic is fraud prevention, business, and personal. We're going to have someone from Central Bank there, and Huber. And we are partnering with the Downtown Association, East Side, and West Side Business Association to bring this program, and it's going to be steps on fraud prevention for your business and personal use. So it will be not in this room, so we'll have a little bit more space. So just want to make sure you know the next time we get together, we'll not be in this room, it'll be off-site at the station, in their training.
Can I add one more thing real quick? So part of what we're doing is we started a name the team contest to look at rebranding. You can go to jeffcitybaseball.com to respond to that and say if you're interested in season tickets. But I will tell you, there's a tremendous impetus to keep the Renegades name from the feedback we're getting, just because of the, you know, what those guys have created in the community. Thank you.
Wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving, and glad you're here. Thank you. And you guys, Gary, did you